Hello, CSTA fellow participants. My name is Lisa Bohaty. I am from East Butler Public Schools, which is a small rural school in Nebraska. So today I'm going to talk about, I called my poster session, You Don't Have to Be a Genius to Know How to Code, mostly because one of my favorite YouTube videos has that saying in it, and I just think that really stuck with me with that you don't have to be a genius, you don't have to be an expert, you're the lead learner, just helping and facilitating and instructing your kids on how to code. And so here is actually my favorite video. I won't play the whole thing, but it is on YouTube. It's called Code Stars. It is like 9 minutes long, so it's a little bit longer, but it is a really good video to inspire kids to learn how to code. And
what do you want to be when you grow up, Olivia? An astronaut.
I want to be a fashion designer, a basketball player.
I want to be an actor,
a doctor,
a teacher,
a chef,
an artist. What do you want to be when you grow up? A mermaid.
Do you know what a computer programmer is?
And so it just goes through, and it's just a really good video talking about computer science and everything. So a couple other videos that I put in here, and these are linked just to YouTube videos. This 12-year-old app developer, he's good because for middle schoolers, it allows them to see someone who's really developed an app and things. So, and then there's also another one, 14-year-old prodigy programmer who dreams in code. So just some other inspirational videos. One of our favorite videos that we used this year was called Think Like a Coder. And this was a 9-part TED Talk put on, and they are all in YouTube. You follow this girl, and she learns about conditionals and variables and if-then statements, and it's ethic is one of the little robot's name, and so you learn about all of those. There are actually, I found some EdPuzzles, and so if you've ever used EdPuzzle, the teachers have created these, and there's questions embedded into the EdPuzzle, so it allows you to watch the video. So if you go into EdPuzzle and just type in Think Like a Coder, you can find the videos with those embedded in there already. So that was really cool, and they're easy to use, and you can just copy it and use them, ones that are already used, or you can make your own questions. But my students really looked forward to these. They would come out like on the third Monday of the week, or of the month, third Monday of the month, and they would know when it was coming out, and they would tell me to look and ask me if it came out, and we would watch them, some of them 2 or 3 times, because they really enjoyed them. So when we're talking about curriculum, there's so many different platforms to choose, and what's the best one. My best suggestion is to choose one and then add in a few others and sprinkle in some others. But the one that I chose and have really developed and really got dug deep into is the code.org Computer Science Discoveries. This is a free option for teaching middle school computer science. And Computer Science Discoveries says 6th through 10th grade, so actually it goes into high school. There is professional development in every state. You just kind of have to look into it. They're easy to follow lessons. It's great for beginners, and the nice thing is kids can learn using the block coding, or they can switch it over to JavaScript. And so code.org has unplugged lessons, and really too, the one thing I just did, the professional development, they do suggest there's 6 units, and it's to cover the whole year curriculum. So if you only have a class for a semester, really look at different pacing guides, and there's some units you can take out, but there's some units you really need to follow, like you really need Unit 1, and you really need Unit 3 before Unit 6. So there are some that you can find what best fits you, but there are some that you need to do in the right order that they give you. So another one that I totally love is called Bitsbox, and students can learn JavaScript through directed coding. So there are 3 levels of curriculum they have put out. They really focus more on learning for schools. When it started, the company started, it was a company started as a subscription, and so they were really focused on getting kids coding at home. And you can see they were on Shark Tank, and so you can watch their episode of Shark Tank and how they didn't get picked. But it actually was probably a really good thing for them. But the one thing too I like about the curriculum is it has a journal, and so the students journal and write reflections and write down the new vocabulary words. And I think that's one of the biggest things I took away too from the code.org discovery training, was that really having kids write down stuff and write down and reflect in the journal. It is something that takes a little more time, but it's really going to be my focus this year. And so those reflections are built into the curriculum to help you understand the code. Another curriculum that I really enjoy is called Tinker. The best part of Tinker has short activities you can implement into any curriculum. So they're easy to follow tutorials. They're great for all ages. There is a cost to it, but the cost, when you pay for it, it gives you so many lessons and curriculum and subscriptions to so many lessons, and you can see students' progress, and there's quizzes embedded into it. So it is really awesome. And you can do it without paying too. I totally have done some of the lessons without paying. So, it's not something you have to pay for, but that is an option. Another thing, when you code, the best thing to do is to bring experts from the workforce to show students how computer science is everywhere. Code.org does have great resource to find speakers in your area, and a lot of times they'll do it virtually now. So you can find speakers that will either come in and talk to your students live, or they'll come in and do it virtually. I really think we really need to get kids to learn about how computer science is everywhere. My school is a rural school, and we do a lot with ag, and so my focus this year is going to be to teach kids how computer science and ag relate to each other. And so that's just a little bit about my thoughts about coding in middle school. If you have any questions, you can always contact me. I'm on Twitter at Lisa Bohaty, and just hit me up if you need anything. Have a good day.